Need a pen?
Thank you.
Live stream.
Okay, call the meeting to order. Pledge of allegiance, please. I'm going to take a moment of silence for Officer Major. I
pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. Roll call, please.
Member Braun, Member Gazzoni, Member Leary.
Here.
Member Sportelli.
Here.
Chair LeMaster.
Here. Okay, we want to turn around and approve the minutes from our January 14th. I just want to make the comment that we missed our meeting last week because we had a few members that had family emergencies and that, and as you can see, we're still running a little short, but thanks to Mr. Sportelli here, he turned around, made sure he pushed off his vacation so we could get today's work done, and I do appreciate it. Okay, motion to approve the minutes from January?
I'll second that.
Okay. Member Leary.
Here.
Member Sportelli.
Yes. Here.
Chair LeMaster.
Yes. CFO report, Mike?
Thank you. Good morning. The report provided showed balances in bank accounts at the end of January. The JP Morgan Chase checking account, $96,734.14. New York Class Investment account, $1,655,056.27 for a total balance at the end of January of $1,751,790.41. We did receive one check for the Greenfields bond refinance fee, $500. Also not noted on here, we did get the closing check for Cybel Modern. It's deposited this month. You'll see that reflected on next month's report. We paid 4 vouchers for $4,077.50. And you see we had a couple of credit card transactions now that we've got the credit card program in place. Pilots, town and county pilot billing is completed. Actually, the due date is today. So we'll give a couple days for postmark dates, and then I'll follow up with the billing administrator and make sure, we follow up on any balances that have not been paid. The annual questionnaire survey confirmation reports were sent out with the bills. So far, about a week ago, we had received 8 out of 28 back already, so it's probably gone up a little bit, so we'll continue to follow up on those. The audit field work was completed, so you should have a draft report for the 2024 year by your next meeting. And again, the credit cards are in place, so that program's fully implemented.
Great.
Thank you.
Any questions? Make a motion to accept CFO report?
I'll second the motion.
Member Leary.
Yes.
Member Sportelli.
Yes.
Chair LeMaster.
Yes. Make a motion to turn around and accept the vouchers for January 2025?
I'll second the motion.
Member Leary.
Yes.
Member Sportelli.
Yes.
Chair LeMaster.
Yes. Okay, on this, the discussion regarding the project for Key Capture Energy, I spoke with Grant on it, and Patrick and I had a small conversation. I didn't get a chance to talk to you, Bob. They want to do a battery storage facility. They're looking at it in the village. They want to, Paul, you talk to them even more. It would be on leased property, so it would be our limited input, but I myself, in talking with Grant, said if the village wants to do it, the IDA shouldn't get involved. We sent you some of the paperwork there, you saw it. I don't know any other.
Well, maybe I'm going to ask Jen, because Jen does the work for the Hamburg IDA, and she did the project for these people in the Hamburg, and which I got copies of whatever. I don't know. Can you speak to that at all, Jen, on why Hamburg did what they did?
Their board liked the project and just thought it was something that fit their community and was needed in the community.
So the Hamburg IDA did one similar to what this one is, but this Lancaster one, used, like I said, is not in your category.
Yeah, like I said, that's why I'm just mentioning it to them. I spoke with Grant going back on it. He saw the paperwork, and that was his concerns were like mine. He mentioned about the fire safety aspects of it, having to retrain the fire department, even if they bought the equipment, the extra equipment that's needed, and something he thought, which I didn't at the time, depending on where they're sitting, you've got Buffalo International. If something happened with this thing, would that affect air traffic? If you had a fire of that magnitude, not saying, but you got to look at possibilities.
And just because the project fit Hamburg doesn't mean it fits Lancaster.
Yeah, and like I said, this is the village, so I don't even know where they're talking about thinking of putting it, but as Paul said, they're leasing the property. So if it's in the village, the only thing I could think of would be over in the commercial area, up over, off
You
of Commerce.
don't, you don't want to get on the phone with the gentleman.
I already have, I have done.
Right. At least,
Any ideas from the board?
It's a half-hour conversation.
Obviously, we got to wait and see where it's going to be. All the other, safety aspects got to be satisfied. I've seen some stuff, because our code enforcement takes care of that, where they think a lot of it is. But again, I don't even know where it is at this point. So it's in the preliminary as far as I'm concerned. And a lot more thought has to go into it, what we want to get involved with. Again, great safety concerns in there, so.
Yeah, my concern, is if you had this thing, the way, I understand the way it's designed, it has its own suppression systems. But once this thing closed down, it might take a couple of days for it to burn off. But now you're gonna have the contaminants of the product that's sitting inside there.
So we don't-
And it's a 20-year project, so
Right.
once this project's done, who's gonna clean it up?
Do we know about the suppression systems, what they do exactly?
It's supposed, I don't know the complete thing, but it actually seals itself. Supposedly the doors, some type of doors come down, there's an enclosure and some type of suppression system to it.
And all of that, the review, the safety, the environmental concerns would be addressed by the village before it ever came to the IDA.
And that's why I told him, he was jumping the gun by even trying to work with us. And he was talking about the planning board, and I'm going, our planning board's different, but he didn't understand that the village has their own.
Right.
And hopefully,
And even if the village does approve the project and he comes to the IDA, your approval is discretionary.
Yeah.
If this board feels the project doesn't fit your mission statement, the IDA's goals, you don't have to approve it.
okay.
So again, I think, we got to wait till all that is done.
We gotta wait for all of it,
before
but
we,
he's been.
took a hard look at it.
He was on the phone with Paul quite a bit, he was on the phone with Andrea quite a bit, which I'm trying to keep him awake, because she's not a decision maker here, but she's got her other work to do with the town, so I'll get a hold of him and just tell him he's gotta deal with the village first, and then bring all the information to us at a different time.
Perfect.
Later
Seems
date.
reasonable.
Okay, thank you very much on that. Okay, we've got the new laws, Jennifer, from the IDA website.
Yes, we have two new state laws. One that says a public agency's website requirements. We have everything posted on the website that we need to, but the website now needs to be a .gov website. I have no idea how to make that happen. I'm sure
trying to
TechNet can
contact
do that.
TechNet, yeah.
And then also a new law went into effect in January that an IDA has to consider, when considering applications, if that facility provides on-site daycare. So I suggest that we amend our application to put that line in there, and I will work on that.
We have to consider it.
It's a factor
Okay.
that the board that an IDA board has to consider if the applicant has on-site daycare or not. I did reach out to the countywide UTAP committee that last met 5 years ago and suggested that we meet again to update the UTAP and put that in there, put the daycare consideration in as a factor, and they're not ready to do so yet. They think that state law may change, there might be court challenges, but it's my recommendation that we put that factor into the application so that we are in compliance with state law.
I checked with all the other IDAs, I met with every one of them, and Jen is right. Dave Manjoya said he would host the new meeting to talk about all these things, but they're talking with their law firm, the ECIDA is talking with their law firm, Hamburg's talking with their law firm, so it's all up in the air.
Well, then, we'll just do it our own thing, and if we,
Yep, yep.
and if it falls through,
Jen's on it.
we just delete it, that's all.
Right.
Okay.
Right. And I will make the same recommendation to Clarence and Hamburg as well, that they update their applications.
So are we looking for daycare in every building that's built anywhere, or just stuff that comes before the LIDA?
Just stuff that becomes before the IDA.
It's kind of
So we
crazy.
don't have to put one in the back room here.
Right, right. It's one factor that you're supposed to consider, just like you consider the employment, the wages, the salary, you know, what they're bringing to the community.
So if there's no daycare, they're not
They lose-
eligible, or
No, they're still eligible. It's just one of the factors that you
just
have to
one line
consider.
item on the application?
Right, right.
Thank you.
Okay,
You're welcome.
beautiful. All righty, the mode of our application. We have it here. Jennifer, if you want to explain it real quick for us?
Motivair and their attorneys are here. This is an existing project that has ongoing pilot benefits. They have used all of their sales tax benefits, they've used the mortgage tax benefits. The company is transitioning, being sold to a new company. The new company is simply asking that the remaining 4 years? Two? Okay, 2 years of the pilot be transferred to the new company. The IDA closing documents require that the IDA give consent to that transfer. They're not seeking any new benefits at all. You're simply putting a new name on the pilot.
Something big.
Right. Very, very, very clean.
Okay, with the motion to approve the application?
Second?
Okay, Member Leary?
Yes.
Member Sportelli?
Yes.
Chairman Master?
Yes. You're all set? When
It
she gets the
it should
paperwork
be-
done.
It should be noted that for the last, 9 months now, we've been talking to this company, they're talking about a 90,000 square foot addition to the corner of Genesee and Gunville. So, but I'm working with them now, but according to Tom, it's not ready yet. So
Right.
I
And
don't
that-
have an application to give to you.
That would be a new application to come before the board.
Would it be separate?
That'll be a new project and expansion, and we're all very excited about it.
Right.
Yes, yes.
Super.
Very good.
Beautiful. Thank you very much, guys.
Thank you very much.
For your patience, I appreciate it.
Nobody does.
Okay, guys. Thanks, Anthony.
Take care.
All right, there's no old business and no new business at this point in time, so there's no public comment since nobody's here. So I make a motion to adjourn.
Second the motion?
Okay. Member Leary?
Yes.
Member Sportelli?
Yes.
Chairman Master?
Yes. Thank you very much, everyone.
Thanks, guys.
See ya.
You're welcome. Glad it was, I was a little nervous.